Hey folks, it's Chris here, getting a little run in the morning in Boston. Just real quickly, I'm on the corner of Boylston and Dartmouth near the finish line. Now I'll show you some landmarks. So big landmark in Boston is that building right there with the hat on and the antenna. That's the Prudential Center. That's your basically close to the finish line. That's where the expo is typically, and it's easy to see from long distance. So that's sort of a waypoint. You get the church here. Usually they're doing something for the marathon. They have a service and everything on the weekend. This is the public library, Boston Public Library, and then there's this little park here across the street. That there, the other tall building, that glass building is close to the finish line as well, but it's a couple blocks away. And this is typically where your information booth, and on these two roads here, you're going to have your med tents and that sort of thing, because the finish is up there about 2 blocks. And that's the Copley Tea Station, which is typically closed for the weekend, so you got to walk down that way to Arlington or take in one of the other ones. I think Prudential's closed. No, Copley's open, Prudential is closed. So let me run up to the finish line now. Alright, so here we are. It is, I don't know, like 6:30 in the morning. I got an easy run, so I can do this. So here's the finish line. They haven't repainted it yet. They'll do that next couple of weeks when the snow goes away. But there's that church and the public library right there. So the race weekend, this is all grandstands, bleachers, and the big arch. The big arch is right here, and they got two tunnels you run through a couple of clocks. And this is also where the other races start and finish, the 5K and whatever else they do that weekend. But it's typically about, 30-40 people deep with crowds here, and they have snow fencing up. And this is your finish line here. So you got about, you hit 26 on this stretch, so you have a decent amount of running to do here. Yeah, you have a decent amount of running to do here. It's not like you turn the corner. I mean, you turn the corner and see the finish line, but you still got a third of a mile to go. So it can be a long stretch, but my experience is once you see the finish line, you can make it. I'll go up to Hereford and take another video. But yeah, it's interesting. This will be my 20th trip in from Hopkinton this year. Got my 2006 hat on today. That was one of the hot years. So if you want to read any of my race reports, they're all over at my website, which is runrunlive.com. Cheers. All right, so I'm in front of the Pru now. Apparently it's Tesla and Under Armour day at the Prudential over there. This is where you're going into the expo. And yeah, so be a big crowd here, a lot of pop-up stuff. Hereford's down here, that's the turn, and then you come out here. So you're going to do this without getting killed. There's the finish line down there. Alright, some wind noises here this morning, but being a tourist, Hereford Street. And alright, remember the landmarks before? That's where you gotta go, way down there when you make the turn here. And here's the turn. You can see you're turning at those lights down there. There. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but you're coming up this little hill here. None of these cars will be here. There'll be like 100,000 people instead. And yeah, I know. So you get this little uphill here, and the road surface isn't great. There's a lot of like lumps and potholes, so it kind of hurts when you're trying to push up this hill. But once you turn this corner, you can see the finish line. All right, so that's the turn on the Hereford right there, and you can see it coming because you come up out of this little tunnel over here. They used to run you over that, but for traffic reasons now they run you under it, which is kind of an insult that, like, I don't know, well, less than 3/4 of a mile to go anyhow, but that kind of hurts. But once you pop out of there, you can see, if you look ahead, you can see the crowd disappearing here, and then you know you have it. That's probably the happiest sight in the world. A lot of people out running the course this morning, 8 weeks away. All right, one last shot for you guys before Coach gets too mad at me for walking around too much on my workouts. There's something you'll be looking forward to. We were looking at it from the wrong direction here, but up there someplace I think it's the 1 mile to go sign. I'm not sure. Everything looks so different without 100,000 people standing around. So anyhow, another day of training. 50-degree weather in Boston. You never know what the weather's going to be. This is actually probably a little warm for me for race day, and that's in 8 weeks. All right, I gotta get working. All right, I lied. Apologies for the traffic noise and the wind noise. So I'm on top of the, I think it's the Mass Pike Bridge here. This is right at mile 25, and I think it's somewhere around 40K as well, but so there's the Sitco sign, and we got this little rise here, and there's no cars, just people. But this is pretty grim, this section here, because this is right at mile 25. You got to climb this little hill, and it's nothing. It's nothing. It's like 50 feet in elevation, maybe 40. It's nothing. But at this point in the race, it's kind of disheartening. It's a bit grim. You know, if you have been looking, there's no elevation in the last 10K of this race. So if you can be smart and hold onto your legs for the first 20 miles, get through Heartbreak with some legs under you, this is a really fast finish course. It's all downhill and flat. So, you know, people, I don't know why people go out too fast. I've done it probably 15 out of the 20 times I've run this race, but I guess it's all ego, right? Cheers. Whew. Sorry, couldn't resist. So I'm on the other side of the river now. Running over there by the finish line is a nightmare. It's all cars and stoplights and traffic, unless they close the course for you, which happens once a year. But so I'm on the other side of the river now, and you can see over there, that should look familiar, and there's the crew, there's the Hancock, and I work over there in that big pile of buildings someplace. And this is the Charles River. We got these 2 nice warm days, and the cruise route. See the cruise? Yeah. No rest for the weary. It was, you could walk across this 2 weeks ago. Swear to God. So I'm gonna run down the river. Beautiful, we got these nice running trails here. If you ever come to Boston, head for the Charles and run out here. This is the best place. Cheers.